Hello there, everybody. I hope you are all having a wonderful whatever time of the day it is for you. Yeah, if you can guess by the picture, this is gonna be What If Deku Was a Keyblade User Part 2. Cause, yeah, I'm most likely gonna redo this series later on once I've, gotten just a little bit more traction and my feet touch the ground. And I know what I'm doing a bit better, so... But yeah, I'm going to redo this series a little bit later on, and I'm going to do it with more details and better. So yeah, a little bit of a recap is needed since the last video was a little more than a week ago. So basically what happened is we ended with Deku entering his rage form and him beating the ever-loving shit out of Bakugo and All Might, scaring the shit out of everybody. So, yeah, we're gonna wake up. Wake up? Yeah, barf by sleep. Barf by sleep? I threw something. Well, anyways, not Deku. Yeah, well, it is Deku. Our MC's eyes flutter open, and I will be doing this tomorrow, I guess, since I am doing this with the Void Quirk Part 2. Which I am doing, if you really want to see that. Yeah, so Deku's eyes flutter open. He notices that it's really fucking bright. He grumbles a little bit. He's like, it's bright. It's very bright. Why is it so bright? And sitting beside him is absolutely nobody. Everybody is completely fucking terrified of him. And I mean everybody. He even got staff scary. Right? So Deku's sitting there. Recovery Girl walks in and is like, oh, you're awake. You've been asleep for like 3 days now. I'll go get Nezu and some of the other teachers. They need to talk to you about what the fuck you did. He's like, what the fuck did I do? What did I do? What did I do wrong? She's like, amnesia. But Recovery Girl doesn't hear this. So she goes and gets Aizawa, All Might, and Nezu. Nezu's going to be the main person who speaks. Aizawa and All Might are just there to be there. All Might, because Deku's his successor. And, wait, is he his successor? I think so. I don't know. If he isn't, he is now. Yeah, he is. He used it in the fight against the Zero Pointer. Yeah. Alright. Cool. Where was I? Yeah. Deku's like, oh, hi guys. Hi, All Might. Hi, Aizawa. Hello, Principal Mouse thing. Everyone's like, hello, Midoriya. How are you? Deku's like, not too bad. Woke up from a nap. Feel okay. Have a very bad headache, though. So Nezu's like, alright, we're gonna cut to the chase. What the fuck was that? Deku looks away and is like, what the fuck did I do? What did I do? I don't know what I did. And then All Might stands up. He's like, young man, you entered this dark form, beat the shit out of me and Bakugo. Deku's like, I feel bad for you, but Bakugo just outright deserved it. This confuses them a little bit, but they're not going to dwell upon it too much for now. But, yeah. So, Deku's like, can you explain the form to me? So, they go over pretty much what Rage Form is. And this isn't the Kingdom Hearts 3 Rage Form. The Kingdom Hearts 3 is known as what I'm going to call the complete Rage Form. And it looks like... Not that. The one all the way on the left. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's left. It's the black and red one. Yeah, that's the complete one. He was in the one right before that. Except he didn't. No, he was in the. Yeah. He was in the one right before the full complete one, I guess. Yeah. They were like, what is that? So they described that to him, and they're like, yeah, you pretty much beat the shit out of All Might and scared everybody. Aizawa had to knock you out of your quirk. So they explain what happened to Deku, and he's like, holy shit. So then Deku sits up as straight as he possibly can. He looks down, and he looks back up, and he's like, well, if Bakugo did that, how the fuck am I alive? I should not be alive. I should be big dead. I should be very much dead. So why am I not dead? And then they're like, well, we recall some footage from the sports festival when you were doing some not immense training, but you were moving extremely fast. And it seemed like your legs would turn that same shade of black as they do. And then Nick was like, huh. And then out of nowhere, he asks, hey, what color were my eyes? So they say, oh, it was a yellowish-orange color. Why? And then Neku sits there for a second. He's like, huh. So is that fucking thing again? I haven't seen it since it got to UA. But hey, that's okay. And Nezu's like, what do you mean, that thing? And then Deku goes over, he's like, yeah, I used to get bullied a lot for having a weak quirk, and I'd get hit a lot for it, especially by Bakugo, right? He would throw his explosions at me, and he would burn the ever-loving shit out of me, and there would be a lot of bruises on my body. My body would turn that same shade of black that you were referring to, and completely heal it. And I would end up scaring people off when I had enough, unintentionally, with those same yellowish-orange eyes that you were referring to. So then they're like, huh, that's cool. Wait, Bakugo bullied you? And then Deku's like, oh, he didn't just bully me. He fucking abused me. He beat this ever-loving shit out of me every day. So they're like, huh, how far did this bullying go? And then Deku gives him a little giggle, and he's like, oh yeah, Bakugo, my buddy Bakugo, told me to off myself. So I thought it would be funny to jump out of our classroom window. Mind you, it's like 3 stories off the damn ground. So I opened up the window, and I did a backflip. Everyone booked it to the window, and I had landed on one of my swords, and I went home early, because fuck them. They were all mean. They were complete douches. So, yeah. And Nezu's was like, oh, wow. Aizawa is fucking fuming. And All Might's just kind of there. He's like, wow, this kid is fucking insanely strong. He did that. But, yeah. Deku's going. Deku heads back to class. Hold up. Roll. Ah. Roll. Ow. Fuck. Ow. What the fuck? Okay. Ah. You son of a bitch. Okay, there we go. Okay, so basically, what happened was Deku goes over how he got the shit kicked out of him every single day. They're all like, wow. Aizawa was pissed. And Deku goes back to his class the next day. And let's just say, for fuck's sake, it's a Monday. Evan's like, wow. The broccoli child. What the fuck was that? The sweet cinnamon roll child. If I didn't make Deku a sweet cinnamon roll child when he got to UA, he wanted to make friends, so he was less fucking cold to people. At least he tried. So yeah, they were like, wow. He not only is he strong, he is fucking terrifying. But everyone's like, what? Yeah, you right. You right? So everyone's just there. And then Deku walks in. And everyone looks at him like, oh, hey, buddy. Like, he's like, hi, hello. And Bakugo looks at him like, huh, fucking idiot. And then Aizawa walks in, fucking fuming. He's like, Bakugo, you got one chance to explain, or I am expelling you on the spot. Everyone is really fucking confused. They're like, what? Why would you expel Bakugo? He's super strong. And Aizawa's like, I don't teach villains. They're really fucking confused. Like, what? So they're like, yeah. Then Deku says, hey, Bakugo, should I tell them or should you? Do you want to tell them or should I? Because if I tell them, it's just going to prove how weak you are. Bakugo starts fucking trembling. He's like, I have nothing to say. And Deku's like, okay. You fucking asked for this. Yeah. So, Bakugo used to beat the ever-loving shit out of me. Everyone's like, what? For training? Nope. Because he thought I had a weak quirk. Or I had a villainous quirk. And everyone is like, yeah, it was kind of scary. And he's like, yeah, not the point. That's a natural fucking reaction. I hate that fucker. You want to know? Flashback, because I'm a fucking idiot. Deku explains what he thinks the cause of that form is. And he thinks that it's, for the most part, just outright hatred for something that causes it. But, yeah, flash forward, and he's like, yeah. So, they hear all this, and they're like, wow. Wait, so why did it activate on Bakugo? Wait, why did the form activate at all? Like, you were... Wait, no. Oh, fuck. I fucked myself over. I did this in the wrong order. So we're going to cut out, like, 90% of the shit that already happened. So they come in like, hey, yo, what was that form you used? Deku's like, yeah, we dubbed it the Heartless form. Due to... Oh, fuck. Yeah, I didn't mention this, because I forgot to, because I have 2 fucking brain cells. Wow, I fucked this up already. Yeah. Yeah. Deku's like, we've dubbed it the Heartless form because of how cold I was during that little rage state. Also the fact that I was very cold and there was no heartbeat when they found my body. But my heart did start beating a few seconds later after they found it. So everyone's like, wow, so you were pretty much dead. Deku looks to the ground. He's like, pretty much. Pretty fucking much, bud. So they're like, wow. So they're like, cool. Heartless form. What causes it? Stop letting me know not to do it. Deku's like, well, the main hypothesis I have is that it's caused by hatred to something. So, everyone's like, alright, cool. Not really wanting to ask more questions. And then Sue, being the frog child and the question child along with Todoroki, asks, well, why did it activate against Bakugo? Deku gives him a slight chuckle, and he looks over to Bakugo. And Bakugo knows he's about to get fucked over. So he's like, hey, Bakugo, should I tell them? Or do you want to? So Bakugo's like, I'd have nothing to say. And he's like, there's nothing to fucking say at all. You just don't fucking like me. And then Deku just outright says, but I have a reason to not like people. You didn't. Everyone's confused. And he's like, well, kids, sit down and listen to the story of how Bakugo is a complete shit stain. Everyone's like, huh, what do you mean? He's like, well, Bakugo used to bully me. Not just minor name calling and shit. Not just like throwing paper balls and name calling. No, he would physically beat the ever-loving shit out of me. Just because he thought I had a weak quirk. Not to mention the fact that I ended up scaring his goons when he was away. Bakugo knows that partial form that I used. He knows the partial form of it. He's never seen the full brunt of it, and neither have we. So everyone's like, wow, Bakugo. Damn. And Aizawa hearing this for the second time, he's like, whoo, I'm about to fuck this kid up. Everyone is fucking like, damn, Bakugo, you are fucked up. So they're like, yeah. And Deku's like, but that's not the best part. Then Bakugo just fucking gulps. He's just silently crying. Because he notices that he knows what Deku's about to say next. He's like, ooh, Bakugo, do you want to say it? Or do you want me to keep going? Bakugo just stays silent and just keeps silently crying. Just tears streaming down his face, but he's not really saying anything or making any sounds. So, yeah. Deku keeps going and he says, well, he told me to off myself. Everyone's like, damn, Bakugo, that's low. And he's like, well, Deku gives him another little giggle, and he says, but wait, it gets better. I took his advice. I opened our classroom window and jumped. Everyone is fucking confused, like, wait, you jumped? How did you survive? And then Bakugo, for the first time, speaks up. He says, that damn nerd landed on one of his fucking swords and flew off. And then Deku says, yep, from what I heard when I came to school the next day, you were the only person who didn't budge from your seat to see me jump. And everyone was like, fucking wow. And Aizawa didn't hear this part before because he was too busy being fucking angry. And he didn't hear that part in general. So Aizawa was like, fuck it, I'm going to class 1B. You're not no fucking hero. You're a damn villain. Get the fuck out of my classroom. Aku's like, what? Excuse me, what? And time passes. Bakugo has his last week in 1A. Because yes, I'm kicking Bakugo out of 1A because he's a complete fuckwad. And yeah. Wee! Deku, everyone's like, wow. And Bakugo shall be replaced with the Man of Steel, Tetsu. Because, yes, the two bros, Kirishima and Tetsu. Yeah. I forgot, bruh. His name is so fucking weird. But, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I've got more. Just drawing blanks real quick. Like, I've got it up to, like, the end of the USJ. And a little bit past that. But I'm a fucking idiot. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Sports Festival exists. I completely skipped that shit. Along with the training arc. Yep. I'm gonna make those two things up as I go. So, yeah. Oh shit, the stain arc, too. I forgot about that. Oh, no. I have the All Might versus All for One fight. Spoiler warning, it's more of a Deku versus All for One fight. Yeah. Fuck. So, yeah. Yeah. Now, before the USJ happens, they get like a month or two of more training before they go. So they've already had time to like develop their quirks, which is going to be kind of important later on. Just a teeny bit. Just the slightest bit. So so everybody is training and they're having a great time. No one thinks of Deku as a fucking demon child, Satan spawn. But he does still get the name of Problem Child for causing problems during the Heroes vs. Villains. So, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I've got more to go. And now, it's time for the USJ, because shit pretty much just goes up until canon, as it normally does. Edith still ends up as class rep, because Dexter's too tired. So, yeah, everyone's excited to go to the USJ. They're like, yeah, let's fucking go! So everyone's having fun on the bus. They're just joking around. And, yeah. Everyone asks how cool their quirks are. Kirishima says how flashy everyone's quirk is. Deku's like, my quirk is just fucking swords, bro. And then Kirishima's like, and those crazy fucking forms. Also, yeah. Deku has been training in this time to... Wait, no. Fuck. I gotta go over this training real quick, because none of this shit's about to make sense. Yeah. Throughout all this training, Deku has been, just there. He's been training. He's completely mastered Valor form, and he unlocked Wisdom form. Right? He masters that, too. Because, mind you, this is around a 3-month training time. So, yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah, there. Wisdom form. You didn't see anything about Master form yet. Even though it's about to fucking happen. And, yeah. Fun moment, real quick. Deku's just in class. Just one of these times. And let's just say, for the fun of it, he's in Midnight's class for... What was her class? Language arts, I think. Yeah, he's in Midnight's class, right? And fuck. Deku's like, oh wow, huh? And out of nowhere, Deku slams his hands on the table, and he's like, I fucking got it. Everyone just looks at him, including Midnight. They're like, what? What is it? He's like, what if I take Wisdom form, and I take Valor form, and I fuse the two together to create something else? And we're like, huh. And Midnight makes a joke, and fucking somehow it's a sexual joke, because it's fucking Midnight. She can make damn near anything out of nothing. So, yeah. And everyone's like, oh no, man. Everyone's a bit everyone is weirded out by this. And Mina having not feelings per se, but like something she can't like describe. She makes like a small glob of acid, throws it at Midnight, and Midnight dodges. Be like, ooh. She's like, Mina, can I speak to you after class? And, yeah, shit happens. Where the fuck was that thing? Where did it go? I enjoyed that thing. Where did it go? Damn. Well, I gotta suffer through this. Oh, shit, don't do that. Yeah. So, time passes, class is over. Ow, fuck, my neck is very crunchy. I'm very crunchy. So, yeah. Mina stays after class and is talking to Midnight, and Midnight says, "Well, do you like Midoriya?" Not Midnight. Fucking Mina goes from her normal bubblegum shade to a fucking red. Like she's more pink. She's like, wow. Okay. You're gonna have to claim him before I do. Mina gets angry again, making her signature angry face. But it's not really an angry face, it's more of a pouty, angry face type thing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you don't know what I'm talking about. I didn't find a picture because tired. It's like fucking 10:30 over here. Right? Yeah, it's damn near 10:30. I'm tired, bro. I want to go to bed soon. Wait, no, I'm staying up till midnight because I got to record another video. And another video, what if Deku had the Sharingan on me and my friend's new account called Aethric and J, which you guys should go subscribe to. Because why the fuck not? If I can rub my two brain cells together enough, I could probably figure it out in the next video I do. If not, I'm fucking tired, man. But, yeah. Now it's time for the USJ. Deku can only hold up Master Form for around 5 to 10 minutes. So, yeah. So, USJ happens. They all get separated. And instead of Deku going into the splash zone, and that's not what I'm going to call it. That's completely what it's called. Definitely not the shipwreck zone. I'm going to call it the splash zone in all my what ifs now. Because why the fuck not? Sounds better than shipwreck. The splash zone. But yeah, he goes and he's not in the splash zone. Instead, he's where Jiro, Momo, and Kaminari were in canon, right? And instead of... And pretty much the only person who's everyone's pretty much where they normally are except Momo. Except Deku and Mina and Momo are in the same spot as Denki, Jiro, and Momo. But yeah. They're like, oh wow. They clearly must not know our quirks. Deku just outright says that, and they're like, oh, what do you mean? Why should we know your quirks? You're a bunch of kids. As Deku flashes into fucking Master Form, they're like, what the fuck is that? He summons, he summons 2 no-names, and by this time, he's got 12 of the 13 no-names. So he's got 10 no-names floating behind him and 2 in his hands. He's like, you wanna fucking go? So he's just bonking them, knocking them the fuck out, and putting them to sleep. Just fucking clocking them. So after all of it, they're all asleep, and Deku pops out of Master Form because he's close to his 10-minute time limit, right? He's been fighting for around 6 minutes, right? 6 minutes, because why not? Pencil. But, yeah. Deku goes to see how everyone else is doing, and he sees Aizawa getting his face beaten in by the Nomu. Deku is fucking livid. And now I'm going to change how something looks real quick. Yeah, Final Form doesn't look like this. It's more like half is black, right? Half of it is black. Kind of like Sasuke's curse mark from Naruto, in a way. Except it's more like pitch black. So, yeah. Deku's got the half rage form on him. Both Mina and Momo can see this, and they're like, oh, fuck. But they can see it's only half of his body and a little bit up his neck. So Deku summons, not no name, but a black keyblade. And if I can find it, it's the black keyblade with the purple crystal in it, known as Oblivion. He fucking charges in there, not killing them, but not almost, because I did that in the Void What If. He's brutalizing them. He's not like fucking ripping out their entrails and making fucking snow angels. No. In a different What If, though, he would. But yeah. Because why not? Deku's going, and he is ripping through them, and Nomu's like, and Shigaraki is confused, like, what the fuck is that? So Shigaraki is like, hey, Nomu, kill that kid. I don't like it. He's scary. He scared me. So the Nomu goes after him, and right the second he goes after him, he goes and plunges Oblivion straight into the Nomu's chest, then ripping it out of him, leaving a relatively decent-sized hole in the Nomu's chest. Everyone's like, what? Shigaraki's like, that wasn't supposed to happen. That's weird. So yeah, Deku's cutting the damn thing down, but it's regenerating. And yeah, he hears Aizawa breathing. He's like, oh, Aizawa's alive. And he says to himself, I'm going to beat this thing. And I'm going to save everyone here, even if it's the last thing I fucking do. And Deku bursts into both black and white flames, which then quickly dissipates into a black and white form. One side white, and the other side pitch black with red. And in the middle, it's a grayish color. It's like, wow. Everyone who can see it is like, the villain's like, holy fuck. Is that another power boost? And on his white side, he's holding a sword known as Oathkeeper. And on the black side, he's holding Oblivion. So he goes and he is ripping through the damn thing. Yeah. I can English. Yeah, but he rips through it, cutting it down, spinning like a Beyblade. And he's like, oh, I'm gonna fuck this thing up. So he takes his keyblade, both of them, and creates a gravity spell. And it's not no regular gravity, not Graviera, not Graviga. It's Gravizara. The final form, like Thunder, Thundara, Thundaga, and Thundaza, right? The fourth and final form. It's massive, and he takes his other keyblade and imbues it with fire. I don't know. I know you can't do that in games, but it's my fucking what if. Eat a dick. He takes both of these and he slings it down at the Nomu. And this creates such a massive fucking explosion. The Nomu gone. All the villains are seriously hurt. They're all, oh, wow. That wasn't fun. Kurogiri was able to get Shigaraki out in time. And right as the second energy blast hits, because when the gravity spell is, after it hits you, it explodes. So All Might busts through the door along with Ida and a bunch of other pro heroes as they get hit with a massive gust of energy, just sending them back a little bit. Like, what the fuck was that? I can see a whole bunch of villains on the floor. Aizawa fucking bleeding the fuck out. Deku walks over to Aizawa and he says, Kyoraza, as he taps Aizawa. As Aizawa glows green for a split second and he's completely fucking fine. It's like, you good, buddy? Aizawa's like, thank you, problem child. Deku's like, okay, cool. I'm gonna go take a quick nap. Mind you, this didn't take too long. This didn't take, like, a few hours. No, this was, like, 15 minutes. Right? So, They're like, oh wow, we're just gonna get the villains out of here and you guys can keep going. So yeah, they get the villains out. They get done with their training, right? And it's like, okay, cool. Deku's asleep, so Ochako uses her quirk on him to make him float. And as I was pulling him around like he is a kite, and I didn't come up with this idea by myself. I got this from a guy named the Vibe Kage Ivan. I've pretty much seen something similar to it in one of his what ifs. So yeah, I'm not fully to credit. So as I was pulling him around like a fucking kite, and after training, Deku's floating around on the bus. Just there. Just there. He's just floating around, being a human balloon kite thing. And they get onto the bus, and it's pretty much, you know, how when the TV loses signal, you'll have like the DVD sign that bounces, and you just hope that it hits the corner. That's pretty much what's going on. And Uraraka's like, oh shit, he's still up there. So he's like, so she's like, release. As Deku falls, and he notices that this pillow is very soft. Very soft. He's like, I like this pillow. Much more comfy than the air. Very fluffy. Very nice. Very good pillow. Deku adjusts himself, and then just passes the fuck out again. Everyone giggles, and then Mina does not know. Mina's red because Deku's using her as a pillow. Everyone's giggling. They're like, ha, god damn. Wow, Mina, you heard it yourself. You're a very good pillow. So everyone's joking around. And, who the fuck should I make the gossip queen? Other than Mina. Like, it's always fucking Mina. Because Mina's always the one coming out of her face. Let's say Uraraka. She's like, wow, Mina, you got yourself a very strong one. Mina goes from her normal, Mina goes from the normal, like, pink shade to a very, very, very red, like, tomatoes. I can swear to you, half of this video is just me going off on random fucking tangents. But, yeah. It's like, cool. Sleepy. Sleepy. Okay. So, it's time for them to get off the bus. Everyone's still just sitting there. So, Mina's just accepted it. So, she's kind of like petting Deku. Running her fingers through his hair. Basically. The bus stops. Pulls up to you, and Deku does that thing. When, like, you pull up to that one turn that you just know by heart, and you just wake up. I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about. Like, you just got home from a long-ass road trip. Like, you're asleep, and then there's that one fucking turn that wakes you up, and you just know that you're home. Right? Yeah. That's pretty much what Deku did. And he's like, I thought sleeping on air was comfy. I'm no longer sleeping on the air. I have a very fluffy pillow. I like this pillow. I like this pillow a lot. He looks at me and he's like, because he's still asleep. Everyone's giggling at him. And he's like, oh, there are people. And like, Mina's clearly red, but Deku's dense like a fucking brick. Like, really fucking dense. Like, brick dense. Speaking of bricks, I know you don't want me to go on any more tangents. But this is the last one that I'm going to purposely do. And the only one that I'm going to purposely do. In Kingdom Hearts, I used to watch my dad play it, like, all the fucking time. And he had the gummy ship. He made a gummy ship. We called it the brick. It was slow, hit like a brick, and could take hits like a brick, right? This thing could take hits for days. And hit like a brick, too. You ever been hit upside the head with a brick? Yeah, that was pretty much what we did. But anyways, yeah. Nick was like, okay, is it time to go? Kirishima and Tetsu both walk up to him, and they're like, hey, yo, our quirks may be, like, hardening, but not even we're that dense. Deku's like, I'm not dense. What do you mean? I'm like, fucking air, bro. The least dense thing you can get. Both of them look down at the ground. They're like, I feel everyone fucking noticed. Everyone knows that Mina likes you. Deku's like, nah. Nobody likes me. I'm not a likable person. And then everyone hears this. They're like, excuse me? Deku notices that all the weird looks he's getting after he said that. And he's like, I'm not really that much of a likable person, right? Kirishima and Tetsu are like, no, motherfucker, you are like the most lovable person in the entire class. You are a cinnamon roll child. So Deku's like, huh. There's no way. And they're like, yeah, it is that way. You're just dense. And he's like, I'm not that dense, right? And then fucking Suyu comes up to him. Suyu comes up to him. He's like, hey, Midoriya ribbon. It's obvious. Like, it's really fucking obvious. So, Deku looks away. He's like, wait a fucking minute. What? What? And he's like, wow, I really am dense. Time. I'm in the video soon. I've been recording for like 30 minutes. I didn't fuck it up necessarily. Yeah. I'm gonna end this soon, and we're gonna pick up at the sports festival. But yeah, we end this. We're gonna end this in like 5-ish minutes, I think. I don't know, in a certain amount of time. But yeah, Nick's like, wow, I'm gonna fucking go for it. Kirishima and Tetsu was like, fuck yeah, man, it's fucking manly. So they go. I'm like, yeah, cool. And Deku just outright walks up to Mina, not being too shy, but kind of being a bit shy in a way. He's like, hey, Mina, you want to go grab something to eat sometime-ish? Mina gives him a slight giggle, and she's like, yeah, sure, why not? I'm tired, and I got shit to do. Like recording Void Quirk Part 2. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. In the next video, we're going to do the Sports Festival and Stain Arc and Training Camp Arc. And then we're going to do the Bakugo Arc, which I have a pretty nice fight planned out for it. Pretty nice fight planned. So, yeah. Hope you all enjoyed this video. You all have a fantabulous day. Time. Yes. Bye-bye. Sleepy Boy Aetheric out.